Hello, Internet, and welcome to another fabulous episode of Tomb of Annihilation, where I, your host, Kilted Cajun, will attempt to destroy these 5 players. Their job to survive the horror, abominations, traps, and general torture that is contained within the tomb. Without further ado, let us introduce today's contestants. Starting in one of these panels around me, let's go with the person who's paying the least amount of attention, Neve. Who are
I'm
you?
paying attention.
Who are you paying? Who are you? Who are you playing? And anything you want to say, I don't care.
I'm Neve. I exist. I play Sandfire, who is a bard, College of Law bard, who is level 10 and has no spell slots.
Yeah. Cool. Burrito.
I play Ilhak, who is a level, I don't remember actually what, level 9 cleric and level 1 monk, and hopefully isn't going to end up being almost KFC again.
Nice. Josh.
I am playing Artem Agatha, a 8 level rogue, 2 level monk tabaxi.
Nice. Prue.
Hi, I'm Prue. I play Z. She is a level 10 arcane archer and she fucking rocks.
And Rob.
So I'm Rob, the Undead Gamer. I am playing Baylor Agatha, a 6-foot tabaxi hunk of man flesh, a barbarian, if you will. Also, I forgot to say before the stream, Kirk, I've got to finish at 10, my guy. And also, big announcement, it's finally Cocktober. Boo! Sorry.
Yep. On that note, let's go kill some players. I mean, PCs. I mean, let's play D&D.
If you kill my PC, Kirk, I'm gonna fucking come up and strangle you to death
Promises.
with a kettle lead. I can't afford another PC.
So, I believe you've all headed upstairs outside of the Tomb of Mo, where you intend on trying to attempt a long rest again. I believe you all had some intentions of doing some things in the event of making the rest of this exploration easier.
Well, the question is Baylor kicking off again? Because we're going to the
y'all are
spacey
heading
like.
up. I'm just putting y'all on this map because I'm not going to do the whole traveling up the stairways thing. Y'all are technically starting off on the 3rd floor, working your way up the stairs, so you can take care of issues on the way, as it would be, if y'all want.
Right, Baylor. We're only camping outside it because it's a dead end. Don't go crazy.
Can I just dispel?
Baylor.
Storms off. Storms off with a huff and spits.
Where else are we gonna camp, Baylor?
Traitors.
Nice.
Just reading up the spell here. See exactly how it works.
Either is the spell good and evil? That just sounds better.
Alphabetical order?
I think it's because also the spell is protection from evil and good. It's like it's just the same formatting. I think that's why.
Yeah.
Brie might be on something with alphabetical order. You'll never see a non-alphabetical order spell list in Dungeons and Dragons.
It's fun.
As someone who has been editing subclasses for a couple months,
Oh dear.
Please put your spells in alphabetical order. It helps. Thanks.
Message brought to you by Probimans.
Be kind to your GM.
D&D person.
All right.
Easy person.
Baylor, charisma saving throw.
Oh, guys, come
Fail
on.
it, bitch.
Never.
It's gonna be a problem if he doesn't.
Congratulations.
Oh
Woo, baby.
That's one problem solved.
That was close.
I'm going to now remove the possession from your.
The boy, he has
Yeah.
been evicted.
Yeah, if that was Artem,
Love
I'd have. If that was Artem, I'd have passed that. Like fucking hell, that was scary.
So, I'm sure, Kirk.
Yes.
Am I fine now?
You are you. There is
Awesome.
no longer a voice in your brain.
So I'll sort of come round. What the fuck have I done on the chat? Ignore that. Right, there we go. I'm gonna sort of come round the corner, like looking real weird. I'll be like, "Brother, it was terrible," and I'll like grab you and sort of squeeze you and pick you up. Oh, brother, it's so good to see you.
I have ribs. I have ribs.
I'll
Take
put
a
you down and be
break.
like, "Zadie, I'm sorry," and like
Oh,
try and do the same
don't-
thing.
don't
And I'll just
fucking
go around
touch
to
me.
each and every one. Sandfire, my tiny friend. Ilhak, my bird.
My bird.
My bad.
My feathers ruffled. Excuse you.
Can we just tell Rob how great I was at playing Baylor last week?
Oh my god, it was so good. He roleplayed you so well. And he kept rolling nat
The
20s.
accent.
That's the one, Kurt. Go
It's like you weren't even not here.
on. You saying things went smoothly.
Just slight shade.
Yeah.
Only slight shade.
I mean, you punched things, did no damage, and then decided to give them giant hugs. You know?
You did try grappling me. That was
You grappled a clay golem. It was
Fuck
sick.
yeah.
You were like,
Come
I
on.
cannot hurt him, so I grab him.
Stay on brand.
Yep. Very on brand.
I'm pretty sure I did I've got a thing with grappling now.
All right.
Can maneuver.
So, yeah, I mean, it was very weird because you successfully grappled a clay golem that should technically have the strength to out grapple you every day of the week.
Yeah, because Balin's badass.
Potato.
So, all right. Baylor is free of the spirit of Wongo.
Are you happy to camp here, Balor?
Oh, it's safe here.
Yeah.
Hey.
I never had an issue before. There was
Thank
something
goodness.
going on.
So I'm
He's
going
not very
to,
close to tears.
Oh no, no.
I'm going to reread the gray text for this area, remind y'all where y'all are camping and what y'all are kind of seeing here. So there's a giant stone skull crusted with moss juts out from the end of the passageway. A flame flickers within each of its eye sockets, and a view into a chamber beyond can be seen through its open jaws. There is currently some piece of metal, I think it was a python, jammed into the jaw hinge of this skull. But yes, so that is what y'all are camping in front of.
Do we want to just take our rest now?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we will remove this python so a dwarf doesn't come by in the night.
Probably wise.
Artem will see if he can like fish the python back out.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So the attempt is to
To unfuck the trap,
yeah,
basically.
Yep. No, you unfuck the trap. That's not a problem. The intention is to attempt a long rest.
Correct.
Okay. Taking watches, tiny hutting. How are we going to achieve this?
You ritually cast Tiny Hut? I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, it takes 7 minutes to correctly cast it. I will take
Yeah.
first watch. Let's do watches. I'll take first.
I'll ritually cast Tiny Hut, and I'll also put an alarm, like here. Actually, no, here.
I believe isn't an alarm an area spell, not a point spell.
It's a string wherever you tie the
Yeah.
string.
Oh, okay.
It's like silver line, I think, or
No
something.
Makes a
larger than a
20
20-foot
Oh,
cube.
it can be smaller than a 20-foot cube, then I suppose.
Okay.
I just want to know if something's gonna come like down.
Can I, Neve? Can I just recommend that you cast it nearer to us, because then we can do a 20-foot cube, and whatever direction things approach him, we'll get a ping. Because there's no guarantee if you put it there that things are going to come from there.
So it's either that or they come from within the tomb that y'all are camping in front of.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I don't mind. We've
I
just
can't
clambered through so many secret tunnels behind the walls that I didn't want to risk it. But sounds like your idea is pretty solid. Just chuck it where you were going to chuck it. That's chill.
Sadie, can you just take a step forward?
Mm-hmm.
Because my dynamic lighting is being weird, and I can't see basically half of this. I think my Roll20 is just bugged. Because it was doing this yesterday in Josh's game.
Actually, yeah, to be fair, you had problems with dynamic lighting yesterday in our home game.
Mm-hmm.
I messaged Kirk when I opened it. I immediately got an error message. I'm like,
Doesn't like something.
Yeah, I solved it yesterday by putting a light source on Sandfire. Like, I know she's got a lantern and like the ability to cast a spell, so
yeah.
I'm gonna draw it like that-ish, if that makes sense, Kirk.
That's fine.
Like 4 squares.
I'm honestly not that worried about alarm at this point. What I want is to find out what order y'all are taking watches in, if y'all are taking watches.
I'll go first. I don't mind.
Catboy's generally in the middle because I know it's a tomb, but we can generally see in the dark.
So we got first is going to be Z. Second is going to be
Artem will go.
Third will be Baylor. Fourth watch.
I don't mind finishing it up.
Go ahead.
I don't mind taking it with you. I'll have to give you a help action.
Sandfire and Bill. Cool. So here's what I want. I want a perception check and a d20 roll from Z.
Mm-hmm. 13 and a 15.
Okay. So you are camping out in front of this tomb, inside of the tiny hut, keeping your eyes out. And it's kind of eerie and creepy because there's very little light. What light there is comes from kind of tiny holes and cracks in the ceiling of this thing, and there's moss and vines growing everywhere. But there's this glowing green light that comes from inside of Moa's tomb shining out at y'all, making this, skull look really weird and ominous. But the entire 2 hours of your watch pass with no other incidents.
Sweet.
Artem, perception check and a d20 roll.
Just gonna check my link still works. Yeah.
Just casually 26. It doesn't matter where you wrote.
I mean, it's what Artem's entire bag is meant to do, truly.
So, you hear crickets chirping, mice scuttering through the dungeon, vines and brush moving. There's small animal life activity happening throughout this entire upper layer. There's the weird glowing from the tomb, but other than that, nothing appears to be threatening or out of place for such an environment, and your watch passes with no incident.
Baylor, come on, it's your turn.
So let's get a perception roll and a d20.
Ain't nobody getting past these cat boys.
You are so super focused and feels like you're seeing for the first time in a long time and hearing like this beating drum that's been echoing inside of your brain is just gone and silent. And with its absence, you notice everything that's going on around you, but none of it appears to be threatening or hostile. And with that, your watch passes. So, for the final watch, I want to know which of you is going to roll the perception check with advantage, and which of you is going to roll the d20.
I get a +9 in perception, if that helps.
I've closed my D&D Beyond. I don't get a +9. I know that much.
Okay.
Who roll the d20s? Bish.
Oh, crap, wrong
And
one.
then you get roll dice each, and it's fun.
I clicked inside on the first one, which also gets a +9, but...
Alright. So, you are taking this watch, and the light is now starting to grow a little bit. I mean, it's still not producing anything other than, dim light in this area, but you can tell that the sun is finally rising outside of the tomb. And that, you haven't noticed any activity or anything coming to kill you in your sleep, and that's a good thing, you think. And your watch passes, and you all manage to complete a long rest.
Oh yeah, baby.
During my rest, I attune to. Hang on. That's why, because I've got two different resonances open. I'm going to tune to the Embers of Health.
Okay. All right. So you're now attuned to 3 items.
I have the second highest health, and I'm the bard.
All right. So, what would y'all like to do now?
Whilst we're up here, is it worth looking in this tomb now that we're able to?
Is that even a question, Sanfire? Of course we look in this tomb. There's gems inside. I'm already stood at the face, waiting to re-wedge this trap.
Yesterday was so long, I've already forgotten. Let me give it a once over and let me see if I can work out what's going on here.
Please be careful, brother.
I'll be okay. Yeah. And then if that's cool, I'd like to make some sort of investigation check, because Josh OC has forgotten this was probably Artemisi.
So it's basically there's this the wall is this giant stone skull.
Yeah.
Right? That's crusted with moss, and each of the eye sockets has a flame in it, and the mouth is open in that kind of scream, and the jaw is hinged, so you're aware that the jaw could snap shut. and you had just basically jammed a
Python in it to stop the.
Mm-hmm. So I will let you roll a dex check with your proficiency for thieves' tools.
Do I have expertise? Is the question. I think I might do. Hang on a second. Yes, I am expertise in these tools. So I'm just going to roll stealth because that'll be the same number.
Yep.
24.
You are fairly confident that you have prevented this trap from being able to function correctly.
Cool. Okay then, I think you're good to go. It's not going to shut behind you.
I'm just gonna go straight in, gang.
Before we go, oh, she's gone in. Zadie, I recommend reading the clues first, because I forgot.
Oh, Astarak's first warning. Yeah, I think it's either going to be the enemies oppose or one stands between them. I think.
No, it's gonna be speak no truth to the doomed child, right? Because the enemies oppose and one stands between them was everything outside. Do you remember there was an outside to this tomb long ago?
So there was, you're right.
Absolutely
Absolutely
There's more than the tomb.
So,
I think the only thing we've not done is that.
Oh,
That's the
actually,
only
no.
conflict I've
It is,
responded
because I read the Tale of the Nine Gods, and Moa was too honest to lie. That's the clue.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Moa was too honest to lie.
So
Brain
as these climbs through the mouth of this skull, one of the flames in the eye socket goes out.
Artem will scrabble.
Hey,
through
it looks
after
like
her.
me.
Artem will scrabble through after her.
And then the other goes out.
If I can actually get into this, can you?
Yeah.
Can you move me, Kirk? I'm like stuck
Yeah.
in the weird dynamic lighting shit.
Okay. So I'll read y'all the description of this room. Skulls crusted with dried mud glower from niches cut into the walls of this tomb. A stone sarcophagus stands at the center of the chamber, its lid adorned with a coiled serpent carved in relief. Behind the sarcophagus, resting atop a marble pedestal, is an ornate crystal box with a small humanoid skull floating inside of it. And give me a moment. I now need to do something. Z, as you enter this tomb, you hear the voice of a young girl echoing in your mind. What's happening? Why can't I see? Hello?
Hello. My name's Baylor. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
You say that out loud, Artem just turns to you like.
I like out of the corner of my mouth. I'm like, no truth. It said so.
Can we hear this outside?
Yeah.
Oh, you're completely right. I'd have fucked that up. We'd be dead. I'm sorry. OC, you're right. No truth.
The voice in your head says, "Hello, Baylor. I'm Napartek. Are you friends of my father? Is he looking for me?"
Yes, your father is very worried about you. I've met him and he wants to meet you.
Cool. Please roll me a deception check.
Yeah.
Should have sent the bard in.
Just sent the bard in. It's a 3. Still alive, even if it's not a convincing one, gang. You know, if I die, Samfire can show you all how it's done.
So you know my father and he's worried about me, huh? Well, can you tell me where I am? How did I get here?
You're in Port Nyanzaru. We are in a merchant's house. I just need to check the merchant's box right here.
Okay, can you roll me a deception check, please?
I love you so much, Prue.
Everyone, I can't lie IRL. It's fun fact about me. I can't do it. So this is just all very in character for me.
I just like how you're just throwing them out there, though.
So, roll an insight check.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was having a
Zadie is famously wise.
I'm very good at insight checks. It's not bad for me.
You've got better insight than you are at lying.
So, the voice to you seems to be a bit more withdrawn and skeptical and kind of frightened and unsure.
Okay.
And she goes, why can't I see anything?
Ooh, ow, I just got a splinter in my thumb from this merchant's crate. I'm just going to go and get my colleague. Hold that thought, and I'm actually going to go get Samfire if I can.
Roll me a deception check.
Yeah. I got you. Ooh, did it roll into here? I accidentally clicked back on Roll20. No, it did not. Let me try again. Oop. There we go. It worked that time.
One of these has got to come across eventually, you know? Law of averages.
Okay.
I don't know what in the tone of my voice makes it obvious I'm lying, but I'm sure there's something. Maybe I have a nervous tick where I cough in the middle of the sentence.
I think because you're saying this out loud, Artem probably notices that whatever you're saying just sounds really vague. Oh, yeah, sure, your father's looking for you. Yeah. It sounds really vague and unconvincing.
I'm hoping I can leave. I hope I'm not stuck in here, gang, and I can get Samfire.
So, as you say this, the voice shrieks in horror as the skull's eye sockets flare with green flame. With a shattering crash, crystal box explodes, and the skull levitates into the air. Why are you lying to me? And we're going to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, I'm so frustrated at all of my rolls today.
Oh. I forgot to do the tracker thing first.
I'm really low on initiative, and I really, really need the bathroom. I'm sorry to go only a few minutes into the session, vibes, but you know. Thanks.
That gives me a time to actually read something real quick, because I know there's something else that happens.
Oh dear.
Okay. Alright. That. So much. I need so many things. Alright, so everybody's on the initiative order, correct?
No, I'm not, because I forgot to click my token.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, good. Alright, let me add you to the turn order. And what did you roll? 19?
19, hell yeah.
Okay, so do that.
I want to go get the bard, woo! I gotta go get the bard!
I think it may be a little bit late for that.
I said 3 sentences!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a flame skull on our hands here.
So,
It's actually one of those lich skulls. We're fucked. R.I.P. us.
Oh no!
So-
Could you imagine?
let me
Oh, it's just
show
a really
y'all
cheesy
there what
Halloween
y'all are-
decoration.
Oh, I
yeah.
love these.
It's a flame skull. I know that art.
Shh.
I
Better, Josh.
I know. I'm just saying.
I love
played a
putting
flame skull.
skeletons in my D&D game though, and then they turn into flame skulls because the players are like, that skeleton was so easy to kill, and you're like, yeah, it fucking was, wasn't it? Good luck, bitch.
My party adopted a flame skull for like half of Descent into Avernus.
And Kirk hates
Every moment of every day.
So, we'll go ahead and put some battle music on here.
Dun, 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 dun.
And
Dun, 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 dun.
we're
I'm
going
gonna
to
listen to
start
Jewel of the
off
Fates.
with... so the crystal box shatters. The skull erupts in these flames, and she screams out, "Why are you lying to me?" And as she does...
Can I just chime in? Jewel of the Fates, if you play it on Spotify, the play bar turns into a lightsaber that lights up as the song goes along. It's sick. I've
That's
never seen
incredible.
this before in my life.
Ooh, okay.
It's like one of those hidden internet things.
Spiders?
So, this swarm of spiders starts crawling out of the holes in the wall behind it
No fun.
and starts making their way towards Z. So, they are actually within your space, but they've used their action to get here. So, there are spiders crawling over you, Z, and the spiders seem a bit off. Their movements are a bit stunted.
Mhm.
Their flesh doesn't seem quite right.
Like undead? Weird. Okay.
And so that's that. And then the skull. So the skull sheds this illumination now that is like 15 foot of bright light and 15 foot of dim light. So this room is well lit up in these green flames. But she's not happy and is going to shoot 2 fire rays at you. A 15 and a 21.
15 misses, a 21 hits.
Okay, so 9 points of fire damage from the skull.
Zadie screams, and you've probably never heard Zadie scream like that before.
Ilhak.
I was trying to read if there was something I could do about those the spooders. Maybe the answer is definite. Maybe. I am going to. Can I pass through between Zadie and?
It's an extra 5 foot of movement, but yeah.
Okay, and I go, I guess. 4 times 15, 20, 25. I'll plop myself here so I'm not immediately in the way of anyone else.
Okay.
And I am going to. Are they focusing just on Zadie?
Currently, yes, they're crawling on just Zadie.
Then I am going to, as I go past, give Zadie protection from evil and good, so that if they are undead, they will.
Have disadvantage on the attacks.
Yeah, and charming her or anything like that will be more difficult.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
That was my action, and now I'm going to look at bonus actions. Give me a sec.
You don't have any bonus action cantrips.
Pyrex, yo. We had this problem yesterday.
There it
It's
is.
fine. At
There's-
least I did something useful.
Yep. There's just I know for a fact that there are no bonus action
It's-
cleric cantrips.
Yeah, the only thing that confuses me is because spiritual weapon is listed under my bonus actions on D&D Beyond.
It
So
is a
every
bonus
time I
action.
look at it, it messes up how I think about it. I'm like, wait, to summon it is not a bonus action. To
It
hit with
is.
it sure is.
To summon it is a bonus action. But
Oh,
it's
then I can
also
summon it.
no, because it's a spell that's above a cantrip. You can't cast 2 spells in the same turn.
Ah, heck. Okay.
That is why sorcerers are cool, because you can if you're a sorcerer, depending.
Alright. So
Fun facts about D&D with Prue.
that ends Ilhek's turn. Then
Broopy Bats, D&D person.
dun, 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 dun. As more spiders crawl out of here, and as you're now the nearest target, spiders start to crawl on Ilhak.
Oh, heck.
And
Rude.
they haven't used their action to get here, so they're going to attempt to bite the bird. But an 8 will not hit. So then we move on to the next lot of spooters. 24. So now there's going to be a lot that's on Artem, and they've used their action to get here, so they can't do anything. But that ends their turn, and it is now Sandfire's go.
Sandfire's gonna crawl through the hole.
So, roll me a quick perception check, Sandfire.
Oh no. Come on, you've got plus 9. 22.
Okay. Sandfire, before you start to climb in here, you notice that as you go to climb in, that the jaw is crunching down, and it is crunching with force against this pit. It is currently holding the mouth open, but you are not sure for how long that will be the case.
I don't know if that can really help with that bit. I'll tell this to Baylor. I'll go, Baylor, this may snapshot, so you may have to rip it open. And then
Duh.
I'm gonna climb through.
Improvised dentistry.
Right. So you need to actually pass through one of the people's squares.
There we go. Yeah,
Get in.
sorry. The dynamo was
Yep.
freaking out.
Yep.
I'll go through. Yeah, there's no one there. Square, and then I'll turn to the skull directly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to hurt you. She's a fucking idiot, and I hate her. We're just exploring, and we don't mean you any harm. And that's it.
Oh, you're not supposed to tell it the truth.
Well, it's half.
None of that was the truth.
You certainly do mean it harm.
Sandfire means it harm. Doesn't think you're a fucking idiot. And what was the other thing I said?
That you hate Zadie.
And then I don't hate Zadie.
Not
All
if
three
you
are lies.
did.
Wow. Sadie's anxiety fully acts
Actually,
out
I'm
there.
going to add an extra thing, sorry, Kirk. Is that Her life is forfeit to me, not you.
I'm gonna turn. I'm like, even though I don't have any wisdom, right? So I turn to fucking.
This is a callback. Shut the fuck up, Zadie.
I'm not. No, I'm not saying anything. I want to look at fucking Artem and just be like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Okay. Hmm. Roll a deception check.
26.
That's what it's about.
Sunfire's good at lying.
That's why you bring your bards, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
If you roll an insight check, Kirk, I'm going to use not counter charm.
Cutting words.
Cutting words.
No, I don't need to.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Baylor.
Okay. Baylor is in a bit of a weird headspace, to be honest. But he's going to precariously go through the hole, the mouth hole.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll the thing?
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay.
You've already been told that the thing's cracking.
Sure. Okay. Right. I don't think. There we go. Right. Moving through someone's space there.
Yep.
That's what, half speed, isn't it? Through someone's space.
Yeah, it's an extra 5 foot of movement.
Okay.
I think you still have like 10 feet of movement left. Or 15. Because your movement's 40.
Sweet. Okay. In that case, sorry, has anyone attacked it?
No.
Do I hit it?
No.
Hello.
I like Artemis shaking his head, and then like puts his hand up to say wait.
I will wait then. I'm gonna. No, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just trying to wait.
Okay. All right. So 3 of your party are currently dancing with spiders on them. The only one not covered in spiders is Sandfire. Are you planning on holding in action for something, or?
I was thinking about it, but I don't know. If anything, can I just like help get the spiders off of someone?
So these are swarms. So
fun.
basically, you have to fight them to get rid of the swarms. So yes, you can make an attack against the swarm covering currently either Z or Artem.
Yeah, I'll do the one that's covering Z.
Okay. Roll your attack. You're like, oh wait, and you just don't want to punch Z, but I believe you have 2 attacks.
I want to help, but I do not know how.
You want to make your second attack?
Maybe this one will.
All right. So you squash a couple of bugs. Just need to access this real quick. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Baylor?
No, that is me.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with both of these so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. Sandfire, some spiders are going to crawl on you. But a 7 won't hit. Baylor, some spiders are going to crawl on you, but they've used their action to get into your space. So, Artem.
So I will take the opportunity to attack off the spider swarm that is in my space,
Mm-hmm.
because they have a reach of 0, so I can't move without them doing that. And I'm literally just gonna fucking disappear, like, into this, like, hedgerow or whatever, basically, and, like, conceal myself. Bonus action hide is my intent here.
Okay. $21 hits you. So it's 11 points of piercing damage as you leave the swarm behind, brushing them off, I guess.
Yeah, kind of.
And going to attempt to hide.
Yeah.
All right. You can roll a stealth check.
33.
Okay.
And then I will hold. Yeah, I'm gonna hold a sneak attack. Like, I'm gonna hold an attack against the flame skull if whatever Sandfire's gambit is doesn't work out, basically.
Okay.
That's me. That's my turn.
Z.
Z is freaking out, just muttering under her breath. No one can really make out what she's saying. She's going to step over here, not trying to get the spiders off, so the spiders can come with on the journey if they want. Just stepping around the edge of the room, and I'm going to have my bow drawn. And my hands are shaking, and I am ready to shoot 2 arrows into this fucking thing if it emits any more fire at me. Holding an action, basically. If it flame attacks anyone, I'll shoot my 2 arrows into it. Pew pew.
Okay.
Done. Go over.
All right. So. Taylor and Z, roll me a d20, please. You want to roll the lower if you don't want to be attacked by spiders.
Well, yeah. Sometimes rolling shit in this game pays off, I suppose.
All right, cool. So second swarm of spiders on you, Baylor. Going to attempt to make a bite. But a 9 doesn't hit. Yay. Okay. So the first swarm that traveled with Z, going to attempt to bite Z. But a 9 won't hit.
Yeah, I can't get through my sick armor. Tiny little teeth.
Right. So now I need to figure this out. All right. So the skull turns towards Sandfire. Sandfire, in your head, you hear this voice that says, "She's a liar. She's dangerous. Why? What is going on? Who are you? Where is my father? You're muted, I think.
Sorry. Okay, right. She is a liar, yes. Okay? When we met, she sold me a fake map that led me to go to a temple and get injured. That's why her life is forfeit to me. She has bad habits and she's trying to break them. So I'm very sorry that she lied to you. Your father sent us to rescue you. You were taken from where you came from your home. Okay? That's why you can't remember, why you can't see either. Okay? They've blinded you. At the moment, we're trying to get to you safely to rescue you, but there's traps everywhere. Okay? We're trying to help you, I promise, but we need to do this safely so you don't get hurt.
Alright. Roll me 3 deception checks. At disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
That
Aww.
was a beautiful pause there, Kirk.
I hate you, Kirk.
You dick.
1. 20.
Uh-huh.
2. 26.
Uh-huh.
14.
Okay.
And again, if she's using insight, I'm going to use cutting words. Thank goodness for halflings, hey?
The flames on the skull wink out, and the skull floats back down to the pedestal. The spiders go somewhat catatonic at the moment, and you hear the voice in your head, Sanfire, that goes, well, why didn't she tell me that?
Because she thought it was best to protect you by lying to you, okay? I told her not to do that, which is why I'm apologising for her actions, okay? She's cruel and manipulative and just wants to hurt people.
Alright. So, now, an instance has been created, which I'm going to give y'all an option. There is no longer a hostile intent outside of your group. Is anyone here going to be hostile?
My action was predicated on Sunfire failing.
Mhm.
Artemis was smart enough to...
I want to know if we can move out of initiative order and deal with this in an RP situation, or if I need to stay in initiative order for anyone.
Right.
No, only if things begin to catch fire, and it seems like they're not going to anymore.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So,
Baylor's only going to kick off if things kick off,
yeah.
basically, so...
All right, cool. So I will come out of initiative order. I will change us back to some other music, and so these spiders are going to actually clear off of you and crawl back into these various tunnels and niches in the walls that they came out of. So just give me a moment while I move them back into the walls.
Meanwhile, I think probably everybody else, the other 4, are looking around going, where the fuck did Artem go?
Is the doorway closed, Kirk? Did it close itself yet?
It hasn't as of yet, but there is a strain to it. Roll me an investigation check, Z.
Okay.
Just real quick, with advantage.
Question to anyone that was perhaps outside
18.
when the skull activated. when her lights lit up, did that outside skull go off?
Nope. Z, you noticed there's a secret door there. Before you start moving.
Okay. I'm gonna try and open it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and open up that door for you, and then I will move into conversation with Sandfire.
Can I just say while Sanfo's talking, I'm slowly creeping down this corridor.
Okay.
I'm gonna put myself there.
Yeah. So just so you know, it's like a hall that's 15 foot long, and then a series of steps that descends down, and there's running water down there.
We never encountered it before, gang, but a flaw of mine I've had all campaign is that I'm fucking deathly afraid of fire, so I'm just trying to not be near the thing that's on fire. And so so that's why I'm just chilling. Don't you worry about me.
All right. So yeah. So the voice in your head is like, I'm really scared. Is everything going to be okay?
I can't guarantee everything will be okay, but we will try our best to ensure that you get out of this.
I just want to go home.
We will take you home. We'll take you back to your father.
All right. So she just seems to quiet down and not say anything. What else would y'all like to do?
I'm gonna look at the others, and I'm just gonna say, what's your name? Just out loud, just see if she responds.
The voice in your head says Napartak.
Napartak.
Go ahead and roll a history check.
14.
The name sounds familiar, but you're not quite sure where you've heard it from.
Okay, Napartak. Right. There's a big box in front of us, and I'm just gonna check in case it is going to hurt you. Okay? I'm going to talk all of this through with you what I'm doing. Oh fuck, they're both gone and they're the ones who do.
Well, I'm like right
Oh,
here,
bye.
so
I'll look at Artem and I'll go, Baylor, can you help me with this box, please?
duh. I'll investigate for traps.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
16.
It does not appear to be trapped or locked.
Do you want to ask your friend if we can open it, Zadie?
I will. Is Sandfire safe down that corridor?
I'm just keeping an eye on her. I think she's okay.
Thank you. Okay, boys, let's open this chest. Hopefully nothing will... Actually, sorry, go back. I've just realised what was said. Nathartak, was it? Kirk?
Napartak.
Napartak. Napartak?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You may hear a loud thud in a second, but it's all going to be okay.
Okay.
It's probably not going to be. I'll get on this side, and I'll help.
Shall I step back a little bit?
All right.
Actually, towards the exit.
So
to see if
y'all
it's
are attempting
closing.
to open the
Sarcophagus?
sarcophagus? All right, cool. Let me just do a thing here.
Is it magical at all?
Yeah, probably.
All right. So it's Artem and Sandfire attempting to lift the lid on this thing.
Yeah, Rob's
Yeah.
not here, but like Artem will call over and ask his cousin to come help out.
Okay. So do
Poor
you want-
Baylor, he's only just got his sense of self back, and now
I
you're
know.
We're confusing
swapping
him.
names on him.
Swapping names and swapping relations. Yeah.
All right.
Rude.
So this box needs an athletics check to open. So do y'all want Baylor to roll the athletics check with advantage, or do?
Yeah, I'd rather have Baylor do it. Baylor is more likely to do it than I am. So.
All right. Let me open up Baylor's character sheet then.
He probably adds like 8 or something to it, I'd imagine. So, which is probably better than my pittance of like 4. Yeah, I had 4. He'll add lots more than I will.
Yeah. All right. So I'll manage to get the box open. Inside, a bundle of faded cloth holds the serpentine bones of a Jakuli. And a wooden staff carved in the shape of a large snake rests atop these remains.
Oh.
I'll look at the item, think about it for a second, and just go, Napatak? This is more than we can handle. We're going to get help. We'll be right back. I have no intention of coming back, by the way.
It's like, how much of this is actually the truth?
Roll a deception check.
23.
No, no, don't leave me. Stay with me. By the way, Rob, you helped them open up the stone sarcophagus. There's a
Staff.
the bones of a Jakuli, which is a snake, and a staff carved in the shape of a large snake inside the box.
Lot of dick imagery here, no?
It is good to have you back.
Like
You're glad for my intellectual insight, though. I'm
If-
archaeologist now.
You say what you're saying first, Tash.
Zadie currently has the protection from good and evil, so if anyone picks up anything, I would prefer it to be because
Tell me that out loud, I'll come. I'm not intentionally being non-committal to the group. I just don't want to be in the same room as this flame skull.
taking note
It's
of
not
the
on fire
weird
anymore, by the way, just so you know.
current naming system. I'm not going to tell anyone anything directly.
Yeah, there are so many Baylors right now in this room.
Sorry,
What are y'all trying to say?
Everybody's using your name.
We're having to switch names, basically, but we're screwed when it comes to Ilhak, because we've got no one can switch Ilhak's name with.
Well, it doesn't matter because Z called herself Baylor. You called Artem Baylor.
Yeah, but I mean, we know for a fact that Zadie was lying when they called themselves Baylor. So actually, Sandfire calling Artem Baylor isn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then also calling Zadie Sandfire.
Now my in-character question is does Baylor realise y'all are lying for a reason? Or is Baylor just confused about the whole thing?
I don't
Honestly,
know. Why don't
like-
we have Baylor roll an intelligence check?
That's a shout.
To be fair, you've
My
seen
guy.
you've seen the clue.
Yeah, but has Baylor seen the clue? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, Baylor has pretty much ignored most of the intelligence-based things.
I am just going to give Baylor pleading eyes and shake my head gently and give them Bardic.
Staying on brand, y'all. With an 11.
I mean,
Take your Bardic. Take your
Take your
Bardic.
Bardic.
It's a D10, I believe.
Yeah.
Does Baylor want to do this?
Don't fuck us, Rob. We worked really hard.
Right,
Okay?
16.
So, you realize that they're lying for a reason. What that reason is, you're not entirely sure, but
That's fine. As long as I'm
they're
staying
the
on brand.
brains behind the thing, so they can
What?
do
I'm
it.
gonna let them be.
Enough.
I'm gonna poke my head around the door and like gesture at Ilhak. Be like, pointing at the box, like, because I know the thing can't see, so I'm gonna like gesture, like, do you want me to come pick up the thing?
No.
Sandfire, can you come disarm this trap?
Pick up the thing in the tomb, the snake-shaped staff.
Okay. Everybody that isn't,
There we
take your
go.
headphones off.
I have the spell on me. Does this not change anything?
It does, but there's still a thing that needs to happen.
Okay.
All right. So as you grab it, green smoke billows from the staff, coiling around you like a serpent, and a sibilant voice whispers in your ear, "Let me help you. I promise to be good." Now, I need to figure out some really weird mechanics, because you are currently possessed and protected from possession.
hmm
So I need to figure out how this is all going to.
When I've done it in Strahd, if it helps, is like when there's been more than one ghost around, is that if you are already possessed, fuck it, you stay possessed, right? That's not what the spell does, but then nothing new can go in your brain. But then we had those D20 offs before, and they were pretty cool, so whatever you want to do.
So, all right. So technically, you're possessed. And when you're possessed, what happens is the two spirits fight over who gets to maintain possession. So you're going to be possessed. I have done this by basically assigning numbers. So basically, one of them gets odds, one of them gets evens. Because of the protection spell, I think that would essentially give the current being possessing you an advantage. So what I will say for the aspect of dealing with this manifestation
75%, 25%.
is basically, I'm going to let you roll a d20, and you will maintain your current possession unless it's a multiple of 3 on the die. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, the new spirit will take effect. So if you want to roll that d20. Ooh. So it whispers in your ear, and who's currently possessing you?
Little Almirage, little bouncy bunny baby.
Yes.
Trickster. Doesn't stick to plans.
Ejin goes, "Not today, Moa. Get away!" and you hear like a rabbit kicking, and then the smoke slithers off and goes back into the staff.
In my mind, I speak to Ejin, and I'm like, I like you a lot better than any of the other 9 gods here.
Yeah, I like you too.
Cool.
So that's a thing that's gonna happen. All right, so I'll go ahead and let the others get back in.
Mhm.
And it appears, almost everyone's going off our thing. So we're going to roll over to a bio break, and then we'll come back and deal with it. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a 15-minute bio break. We'll be back, and we'll see what kind of crazy fun shenanigans occur after that.
Yay! Woo!
Yay!
And we're back
Hello.
to play
Hi.
some more Dungeons and Dragons.
Googles and Dragons.
Yep. All right. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the sad music, put back the creepy music, and we're gonna continue on. Right. So before the break, headphones were off, so I could deal with a thing. But Z has picked up the staff, and currently, y'all are all in the room, and the skull has told Sandfire not to leave. But that's what's going on. So, what would y'all like to do?
I'm gonna shrug, holding the staff, and strap it to the side of my backpack, and then point to the secret door, and imply that maybe we should just tiptoe out of here without saying anything. And that's what I'm gonna start doing. But I will wait and see if what the rest of the party want to do.
I am fine and happy with that. So I'm gonna move towards that. Hopefully away from the weird skull.
And as y'all start to move around, a loud ping is heard as the jaw snaps shut.
Well, it's a good job we found this, I guess.
Well, now we have no option but to explore.
In real trouble with my dynamic lighting now.
That's because you pushed yourself into the wall.
I think I'm in a wall by accident. Yeah.
There are several tunnels there, and you kept going into the tunnels, and now Artem's doing it.
Oh, I thought that was where the.
It's over here.
Y'all. Just y'all.
Due to the wait, what?
You heard.
Right.
I'm
So.
going to make a point to leave last.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
It's
Stuck.
hard to see because the weird side bits.
So if you just go straight north there, Artem. There you go. Now you're in the hallway. Baylor, Ilhak, y'all going? Here, I'm moving y'all all into the hallway.
Yeah. I say put
Thanks.
Baylor in the middle, Ilhak second from back, Soundfire at the back, right? That feels like.
Yeah.
a good
Can
way.
someone move? I'm confused about where we're fucking. There we go.
So the
That's
order
fine.
is Z, Artem, Baylor, Ilhak, and then Sandfire is leaving the room last.
Can I leave the room last due to the nature of the enemies in there being undead?
I mean,
It's just if we have to lie to her.
You can lie and shout.
if you want to stay in the room. So, all right,
I'm not staying in the room. I'm still leaving with them.
move north.
It's just finishing up the conga line
Okay.
in case of undead spiders.
All right. So, as you reach down these steps, there is a flowing river at the bottom and a cave. It's not flowing very heavy. You're not sure how deep the water is, but it's flowing from west to east.
I'm just gonna real quick grab a torch and put the butt end of the torch in and see. Just check that no piranhas bite it, no acid destroys it.
Okay. It gets wet.
Okay, perfect.
Oh no, the worst kind.
I stow it, and I'm like, oh, I'd rather take my chance with the water than flame. And I'm going to dip a toe in. How deep does it go? How deep does it slosh me?
Deeper than your toe.
Yeah, I will keep going until it's either
Right.
at my waist and getting deeper still, or if I can walk in it, I'll walk in it.
So, you.
My waist is probably Soundfire's height. I want Soundfire to drown. I'm a big fan of Soundfire.
Double check that thing.
Can't you just jump at us?
You probably can't see what I can see, but I can see a big winding river that's filling the entire chasm. So there's no distance to jump. It's water or water.
Yeah, it's like 10 feet of water on a stone wall.
Just double checking here. Let's go.
This bee is well nice.
Fuck yeah! Shout out to nice beer.
So I will
Vegan as
say,
well.
for the purposes of, I don't want this to be a huge giant pain in the ass, that the water's about 3 foot deep.
Sweet. I slosh out into the water, and I'm like, I will call back like, Sunfire, you might want to get out your floaties. I'm only joking, Sunfire. It's just a little joke. And I'm gonna step to the side so that everyone else can come down. You said it was flowing east to west?
West to east.
West to east, yeah. I'm
Left
gonna follow the current then and step down current.
So you can hear water falling.
Oh, good.
I can hear water falling. In fact, wait, and I'm gonna squint, and I can actually on the dynamic lighting see a lip of sorts. I will move down again and just make space for everyone to come all the way down here so we can have a discussion. So waterfall up ahead. Do we want to go upstream? Do you want to risk leaping off a waterfall?
I think going against the current is our best bet because we know that way there is dry land.
But jumping off a waterfall sounds so fun.
I mean,
in this tomb, are you feeling okay, Zadie?
Yeah, I feel absolutely fine. I just like,
No, but this
a
is
lot
not,
of danger is often where the best treasure is.
But
but I feel like we're going away from the tomb this way.
Maybe that is. No, it is not good.
You can base jump if you like. I can fly.
I will follow you, Zadie, but.
Yeah, Ilhak, why don't you fly ahead? And I am gonna start slowly walking towards the waterfall. But like, gang, this is partly my curse speaking. If people wanna renege on this and be like, no, Zadie, turn the fuck around, I will.
I think honestly, letting a bird friend take a look where they're at very little risk of plummeting to their death.
You said all right. Does that mean I can move, or does that mean?
Z, as you step forward there, the underground river plunges down into a dark, rocky chasm. Bow arrow swirls up from below like the breath of some monstrous creature. Through the gloom, you spot an ornate treasure chest resting on a ledge opposite. There's a treasure chest over on this ledge.
I can't check. Well, I can try and check for traps, but I won't be very good at it.
Me and
something.
Me and Artem will talk you through it.
If something gets me skewered, that's going to be your fault.
By giving instructions from a distance.
Can I have a look around the kind of sides, but to see if there are any holes that would indicate like something will shoot out at me as I cross this?
Sure, roll an investigation check.
I have watched too much Indiana Jones recently.
assume Baylor is going to move up with the group as well.
Yeah.
I don't know crap.
I'm gonna stay very close to Sandfire and my brother because I know they're the shortest ones in the party. So,
so Ilhak, the walls of this cavern are slick with moisture and everything, but I mean, like it seems just like a rocky cliff face kind of thing, where the water has worn away the rock out here.
If you don't think that you can work it out with yourself, Ilhak, I think I can get purchase on these walls and I will climb down.
No, I'm just gonna fly over now.
Right. Flying over to the ledge or just flying over the hole?
I'm flying over to the box, so.
Okay. Right.
Autumn will start making his way like across using the wall and his climb speed to do so.
Alright. You go on the shortest route, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Assume the rest of you are all going to hang out by the edge of the waterfall watching?
Yep, watching them. Best spectator sport.
Alright. So Ilhak, you land on the ledge next to this treasure chest. Are you going to scope it out? Are you going to wait for Artem? Or?
I'm going to. Are there any runes on it? See if it's magical at all.
It just looks like a chest.
Is it blocked? Is there a visible lock?
Nope.
I'm gonna do my own investigation check just to see if it does have any traps on it and be a little bit oblivious, and then if Artem comes around by that point, he can do another one.
Okay.
I mean, my climb speed is 20 feet, so I'll be there I'll be there
In a
within
round.
10 seconds, yeah.
Yep, alright, roll an investigation check. Cool. It doesn't appear to be trapped. However,
Is this a motherfucking mimic? Holy shit.
Low-key hope it's a mimic. That's so fun.
Yeah!
fuck's sake.
Amazing! I fucking love a mimic.
You
That's
just
great.
see Ilhak's freaking jolt.
I think the thing with mimics is that you stick to them if you touch them, right?
I didn't touch it.
you have to investigate.
Oh shit, boy.
So a 16 hit your armor class?
I do believe I'm higher than that. Give me a sec. I have the wrong tab. I am 18.
Ooh.
Cool. So basically, like the lip curls around the edge of where the lid would be, and teeth sprout out as this tongue shoots out and attempts to grab you, but you dodge out of the way, and we're gonna roll some initiative.
This is such a good trap, for want of a better word, like shiny chest at the edge of a waterfall. Oh, it's a mimic, you fucking idiots.
I was so startled, I can't manage.
So funny.
It's alright, it's alright.
That's 2 initiative rolls in a row that I've rolled a 3 on the dice.
Sadie's like, I've seen these things loads of times. It's
I
fine.
probably fucking have. It's probably part of the job. I've seen doors that do it. I've seen chests that do it. I've seen little golden idol statues that grow teeth. Just part and parcel of the Indiana Jones, Lara Croft, the Mummy universe archaeologist.
Right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put on our favorite tunes. And Z, it is your turn.
You hear from across the waterfall, "Oh, for Optau's sake!" And 2 arrows shoot past you. I'm going to do these at sharpshooter, aiming for the mimic.
Yep.
Aiming for Artem. What? Sorry, what?
That is a
Yep,
20.
and yep.
Yeah, cool. Pew. Pew. That is
40?
40 piercing damage.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's my go.
All right. Baylor?
I am gonna. I'm gonna climb up. I'm gonna climb the fuck up the wall to try and get to the platform as quickly as I can.
Use your feline agility.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
What's that? Because I'm climbing. Is that still
40 feet.
It's 40.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Because your climb speed is 20, and then
Yep.
you double.
Which puts you right at the ledge, right next to the mimic.
So, that's a action, isn't it?
Nope. Because
No,
your
it's not.
feline agility doubles your movement speed, so that's just your movement. You still have your
Yeah.
action and bonus action.
Feline
Sweet.
agility is like a weird action. It's special, which means that
Yeah.
it can basically like it doesn't have like an action associated with it.
Sweet. So in that case, then I assume I'm where I actually am. I'm
Yes, I
reaching
moved you-
distance.
Yep. I
Yeah,
moved you to
sweet.
where you are.
Sweet. Okay. In that case, I am gonna rage
Okay.
and okay. I'm gonna punch it.
Okay.
Say no. What Baylor's going to do is he's going to rage and he's sort of lift his arms and he's going to sort of club them down on the top of the lid.
Mm-hmm.
13?
Mm-hmm.
Does a 13 do it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay. Sweet. Okay. Right then.
So that's how much damage?
Oh shit. Sorry.
10, I think.
10. Yeah.
Or is it 11? How many barbarians?
No, because he took.
I took another level
I'm a
of
master
fighter.
fighter.
So it's 10. Is it?
Okay.
Sweet. Right.
So you slam your hands down onto this thing and
Yeah.
stick to it.
Oh fuck! Of course. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not done yet. Hopefully. Hang on.
I'm doing sound effects. Sorrows.
Oh, I don't think I can do that because it's a bonus. No, I can't. It's already done rage. That's fine.
I mean, you still have another attack.
Yeah.
Kick
Okay.
it.
Well, if I'm stuck to it, I'm gonna do the same again. Lift it up and hopefully lift it with me and slam it down.
That's so fucking cool.
That'd have been so
So-
funny if you'd have kicked it though.
so-
And you just had all your limbs attached to your arms.
So you can make the attack, but you have to make it with disadvantage.
That's fine, dude.
Yep.
No, that's fine.
Just letting you know, because you're essentially grappled.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm.
Are
So
you-
11.
Yeah, no, you can't get the angle on it.
Yeah, that's fair. And to get my footing better. Yeah, I'm stuck to it.
But
That's me now.
Baylor, lift and
I was trying. Got my footing.
I do believe I'm also attached, so maybe it's fun.
Amazing.
Yeah, like you're attached, but it's like just the tips of your thing, like so you're not fully attached. It's-
I imagine, like, yeah, my fists are, and probably most of my forearm as
yeah,
well,
like,
is like
yeah,
just attached
like,
to
Baylor
this
was
thing.
like straight on, like get it off me, get it off me.
I can shed a feather and be fine. We'd have to shave him.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So its turn. All right. I think it's going to Baylor. I think it's going to attempt to chew on Baylor
That's
Nice.
with
unacceptable, guys.
advantage because you're grappled. So a 22 hits.
Fuck yeah, it hits, Kirk.
So you'll take 7 points of damage as it starts to bite on you, and then the bite starts to burn as you take another 5 points of acid damage. So you reduce the piercing,
But
to
not the
3.
acid.
Not the
Right.
Yep.
acid.
Sweet.
So a
Okay.
total of 8 damage.
Sweet.
If you were a bear barbarian, you could reduce the acid.
A barbarian, you might say.
I mean, it is Fat Bear Week, right, Josh?
Honestly, it's so fucking funny. Literally 3 people sent it to me on Twitter, and then I looked back through my Facebook memories from a year ago today, and my friend tagged me in last year's Fat Bear Week, and I think I have a reputation. It's amazing.
All right, Artem, it's your turn.
Artem is like clinging onto this wall or whatever. Will like dungeon delve like one hand off the wall with his 2 feet and pull the Ilka and just yeet the Ilka at it from his perch on the wall.
Yep.
Trigger sneak attack because things are definitely within 5 feet of it for sure. Because they're stuck to it. Watch me miss. A crit! That never happens.
Well done!
I actually crit. That's the
I'm
first
so
attack
proud of
I
you.
crit on Artem. And then I had to get like double my sneak attack as well.
I mean, it's like you want to protect your brother or something.
Yeah. So it's 8d6.
Dice want to play. Dice want to tell a story, yo.
Ah, yeah. That's the reason we played the rogue, baby.
So, I let you roll your dice because that's great. I wanted you to be able to do that. But can I tell you that the thing died without your crit damage? It
I
only
don't
had
care.
8
I
hit
crit
points.
as a rogue on an attack. I don't give a fuck.
So rather than dying,
That's so
Oh.
sick. So proud of you.
Like, I
Feels
knew
so
you-
good.
I knew you wanted to roll that crit sneak damage, so I just let you roll it before I said anything.
I've never crit on an attack as Artem. So
Yeah.
that's how many sessions have I played Artem now? It must be like
30. This is the 35th or 35th or 36th.
I must have played him like 15 sessions or something at this point. Close to. Oh, that sounds good.
All right. So, the mimic dies. It drops its shape of the thing and turns basically into like this blooby, gelatinous, mushy, fleshy tissue thing, and then falls off of Baylor. And
Can I narrate quickly what happens with it?
sure.
So like I'm like perched on the side, and then I pull the Ilka out, and I'm like, brother, to me, and then like Baylor will just swing it round, and I'll just.
With Ilhak still attached to it as well. He's like, "Ah!"
All right. So, yeah, that is combat over.
That's made my day. I'm so happy about that.
Sorry, not every risk pays off. I appreciate you trying.
I will go back and I will go retrieve my Ilka.
It was a chest with teeth and tongue, and it was very mean.
Did it drop
Just real quick, because I missed a very crucial thing here.
Mhm.
Baylor, roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh damn! Do I get advantage from raging?
Danger sense. Yeah, you do.
No, 'cause it's not something you can see.
Oh, okay. That's
Well,
fine.
it was the same roll
That's fine.
twice.
And
then.
18
So
is
there's- oh.
fine anyway.
Sure.
Yeah. So basically, this ledge is just slippery and uneven, and so it was just to make sure that you didn't fall off.
Sure.
Because apparently when you take damage, it makes you unsteady on your feet. So yes, combat is over.
I just want to do a little thing with Soundfire before the others come back.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're alone on this side of the waterfall. I just want to give my GF a hug and just be like, it took me a moment to figure it out, but you saying you hated me and that I'm an idiot, I get it. Thank you. It was a really nice thing to say.
40 million intelligence, by the way.
She was saying that she loved me and I'm really clever, everyone. It was really nice. She's a good GF.
All right. So, what would y'all like to do now?
Did the mimic have any loot in it? I know sometimes they do.
That's a +1 dagger.
Wouldn't that be nice? I doubt it though. I think we'll be lucky if we get loot, honestly. But it's worth asking the question.
You know what? Let me just check something. Because, you know what?
+1 weapon is like a really obscure finesse weapon.
Right?
I'll take a
+1 boomerang or something.
I'll take a rapier. I'll take.
I can't even think what even weapons actually have
That's
finesse.
property. Loads of them. I think rapier is one of the only ones, one of the only martial weapons that has finesse property though. Rapier, short sword, like basically anything that's a ranged weapon has it.
Yep, it had 4 silver pieces.
Cool.
Hell yeah, not even enough for one each.
I'll forego mine. Pass them out to everybody else.
Oh, that's so cute. I'll take a silver piece. Thanks, babe. Oh, my background music's suddenly got
Don't know if
really
I-
loud. Let me turn that down.
So yeah, I mean, there's no written treasure for it, but you know what? I just went ahead and rolled off of the DMG treasure table for a CR2 monster.
Yeah.
What do y'all want to do?
Oh, I will call out to the two over there. Can you bring me back some of my arrows? Please.
Yeah, I'll see if I can retrieve Zadie's arrows for her as I retrieve my Ikua.
So you can retrieve one for free. To retrieve the second one as an investigation check.
I got kicked out of D20 for
13?
some reason.
Nah.
Cool. I'm on 35 arrows. Hopefully that's enough to kill a lich. We'll see.
Alright.
Just give me a quiver of Ilana, Kirk. Do it.
Sure. At the same time, I give him his +1 dagger when it shows up in the module.
Is that when you're giving Minty his revolver as well?
Live by the raw,
Something like
die by
that.
the raw.
Oh, there's gonna be so much treasure at the end of this campaign, y'all. Alright, so what are y'all doing?
I'm gonna go back up and I'm gonna start heading back up the other end, like the other, you know.
Alright.
The
You
other
don't want to
direction.
go down the hole?
Ooh, I mean, I can't, but
so-
it'll hack
So
one.
is this actually like?
It's a hole that goes down that you can't see the end of, but you can hear water splashing down there.
Goes past further than 30, well, like 60 feet basically.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this is what feeds into the water puzzle that we had to do.
Maybe. I think it's geographically not far off. It's certainly this end of the tomb.
Can I kind of hover lower down to see if I can see a bit more?
Sure. Do you have dark vision? You gonna carry a light?
I have a light source.
Yeah, I mean, you can fly down.
Put your little pebble in your beak.
How far down you want to go?
There is like this distinct edge line of the cliffside, so I'll just probably hover around there. But I'm gonna warn everyone in case there's going to be a crap ton of bats or something. As soon as I introduce a light source down there.
So you fly down 10 feet, still goes down. 10 feet more, still going down. How far down you want to go? I don't know how far away from the group you want to get, is why I'm asking.
Wait, I'm quite intelligent, and you know when you're a kid, you throw a pebble and you count, and then that gives you a sense of distance. I'm assuming I could maybe do that as my character is quite smart, and then I can just be like, how fast can you fly? And if you're not back, we'll know something's happened to you, sort of thing. We could just do, I don't want to actually do the maths. That's why I'm explaining it, because I don't want to actually do it.
I will say that the one thing causing a slight disruption to that is the fact that there's the actual waterfall falling down into the water.
Oh, and I won't be able to hear. I got you. Rats.
I can fly up to 50 feet in one turn, so if I were to dash, that's double that. So
Yeah, it's 100
I'll
feet.
go down up to 100 feet.
Okay, cool. So, you start flying down, and let's see, the light on, you're using the light cantrip, which is 20/20, so you fly down 60 feet, and you can start to see water about another 40 feet below that.
any exits from that area? Is there anything below the water surface that would pose obvious danger? Like, is there a spike trap set up so that if you were to base jump or whatever, you'd end up dead?
So, give me a moment.
Oh dear.
Look, right, remember
famous.
when I first came into the tomb as well, I went into that mouth and it was immediately like insta-die almost. It won't be that bad. It won't be as bad as just walking into a black maw and there just being a demon hellspawn inside it. It'll be fine.
What could go wrong, huh?
You'll be alright.
You're just gonna see Ilhak freaking like shoot out of there, if at all.
In my head, I'm imagining like you on this like dive and like, you know, the wind is going through your colorful feathers and it's this sick action shot, and then there's the four of us at the top of the waterfall being like, hey, so how's your day going? Having like a water cooler chat, waiting for you to get back.
So, you are flying down, and you fly down, and you're gonna end up flying down like 80 feet, so that you can actually have enough lantern light down there to see. The walls of this grotto are slick with slime. The air reeks of decay. The water's all dirty by the time it hits down here, but it tumbles into water, and the water also runs off down into another tunnel along the right. Yeah. So it runs off down another tunnel that goes to the right, and you can hear the din of machinery echoing from that direction.
Oh, that's weird. I'm gonna come back up because, simply speaking, if I'm gonna get stuck down there alone, that's not gonna really be that great. Also, we can maybe organize some scenario where we actually explore this, or we find the other end of this, because there are other floors we haven't explored. Like, how many floors down would I estimate this is? Because we're on the top floor right now. Second, third. Is this third or fourth?
So 20 feet per floor. I'll let you figure it out.
So that's fourth, because it's like
Fifth?
Ish, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna fly back up and tell people about the weird mechanic noises that I didn't go explore for obvious reasons.
All right.
Just gonna land somewhere.
Yep. I'm just gonna stick y'all back all on the waterfall.
How long would you say that'd have taken, Kirk?
Not long at all, with a 50-foot fly speed.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because I still have that staff, and I was wondering if there's time for an identify, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it's like 12 seconds for Ilhak to fly there and...
Yeah, tuck those wings in and pew! Like a hawk.
It's basically for... I wonder if Ilhak should be... Because she likes elegance and preening her feathers and all that good stuff, but also the idea of her just doing a running jump as if she was doing a cannonball off the cliffside.
Cool. So how far you think?
I went about 80 feet, so I think it would be level 4.
It's about 100 foot to the surface of the water. Just
okay.
So you know.
Oh, either level 4 or below level 4.
Kirk said level 5.
Oh. Well, no, he said 20 feet per level.
Kirk said level 5.
I did say level 5.
Ah.
I realized you were doing the math at 80 feet, which is where you stopped flying, but you didn't go down to the surface of the water, which was another 20 feet below you.
Now we've gone down some stairs.
Thank you very much. To be fair, I'm also dumb at maths, so I will happily accept any.
Calculating distances in D&D is one of the biggest pains in the ass.
I love it's
Yeah,
my
the-
favorite part.
Sure, you
Sorry,
can
Neve.
keep it.
I nearly cut you off there. What were you going to say?
The other thing is that we don't know how deep that water is. That deep, if that water is 20 foot deep, that's 6 floors then.
Yes. We haven't found a 5th floor, is my concern here. Right?
Just
This
3rd
is-
floor to go down.
An area we've never explored. I don't know if we can get back out of here. Those doors did close rather firmly. Perhaps it's a way into the 5th floor. I mean, it could be fun. Just give it a go. We can find out. I have this, and I like get out my block and tackle, my climbing kit, and I'm like, we could. It's a long abseil, but it'll be a fun one.
So I'll give you all a bit of information.
Mhm.
Y'all have seen down to the 4th floor.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know that central staircase only goes down to the 4th floor. But y'all are also aware that there is a big hole in the middle of the 4th floor central area that goes down further.
Is that the way? Where my right? So I'm motivated here, gang, by those braces of archery. Were they thrown below the 4th floor?
You're fairly sure they landed on the 4th floor?
Oh, okay. Well, let's go to the 4th floor then. Perhaps.
I'd rather go back to the central staircase, but the Cat Brothers
Oh.
aren't here, so
I think they probably
Doesn't
would
matter.
too, right? Because they're quite sensible. Josh is here.
Y'all just
In
gotta find
perfect
a way
time.
to get back to it.
So you found the 5th floor, which we've never seen before. The staircases don't go down that deep. That's terrifying. Hey, Artem, what do you want to do?
Sorry, can I just get a quick TLDR?
Yeah, no, I was being a little
Yeah.
shit.
So the hole goes down 100 feet, which would be the 5th floor. Y'all have only
Sure.
y'all know
4.
that the main staircase only goes down 4th floors, but there's a hole at the bottom down there that goes down further. Basically, Ilhak flew down. The water surface is 100 feet below this ledge and snakes off down into another tunnel where they heard a din of machinery.
That sounds fun, honestly.
Well, you say that. It sounds about as fun as potentially having another blender fan. Or if it's just a water turbine thing, we'd still end up having to try and go through it with the whole waterfall.
I've been through one
pressure.
turbine about 4 times already. I can handle another turbine. I am joking. I don't want to do that. I think, Sanfire, your suggestion of taking the stairs probably a really good idea because we can find more archaeological pieces of knowledge
Well, we can
in that
still
direction.
go upstream.
It is also worth pointing out that we're missing 6 sets of eyes or 4 sets. Like we're missing, like we have so many of those
Around the
little
mirror,
eye
yeah.
gems, and we
Yeah.
know a way through. And I think the way to obtain those is probably through busting through the main parts of the team, even if we have to go down a floor.
Look, me and Sanfire's best interest is figuring out the entire layout of this place and everything of archaeological significance. I think the 4th floor is the best place for the pair of us.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is most helpful to us to progress.
But you make a good point, Ilhak, that going upstream might be a good idea. I don't know if we can pry those jaws open. The room is
was
sealed,
going to be my
remember.
next point. Like, currently that's our way out. We can still decide to take a dive if you really feel we can't get out of the skull jaw, but
I fully wouldn't put it past Watsy, honestly, to just put a little side room in that takes you directly to Asarak that kills you immediately. Like-
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I think this is, and I'm excited by it. I suggest maybe Artem, because you're our sneaky boy, you could sneak a bit further upstream and like scout for us, because you're a good scout.
Yeah.
If
That's
everyone's okay with that.
So
I
you
think
want me to go
that'd be a
back
good
like
idea.
I was doing, going
So-
back this way?
The intention is to go upstream, and Artem's going to go ahead
West.
of everyone a bit.
Yeah, like 20 feet ahead or so of all of us, yeah. Just to check there isn't a way that's easy. Like, right, what I'm thinking, Kirk, just so you know as a DM, like maybe there's a way back into the tomb this way, and it's easy enough.
Mhm.
Maybe it turns into a tiny cave, water
Right.
source, who knows?
So because there is map here, but because of the way the stream happens, it gets weird because it passes under rooms. So I'm just going to essentially move y'all to the next location
On this path.
So y'all actually go up this stream for quite a while. It bends north and then it bends back west, and you pass under kind of worked stone a bit, but it's not worked at that point. It then heads down south. Y'all follow it south for quite a ways. The next time that things change, the path is still going south, but you finally see a grate above you.
Cool. Just out of interest, Coke, what's the elevation? Does it stay pretty static, or are we going
fairly static? I mean, like if it's moving, it's hard to tell.
But it's not like we're literally moving floors. Okay.
Well, this is a great discovery we have made. Perhaps we should alley up.
I'll give that
the
Artemal literally like climb on the wall or whatever and like suspend himself from the ceiling with his claws and give it like a once over. See if I can see traps, blah blah blah. Work out traps, blah blah blah. All that rogue shit.
Okay. So
I'm zooming out because I have no idea where the fuck
Yeah.
we are anymore.
All of a sudden, there was only
I love it how all of us in Union just suddenly did that though. Like,
so I'm just moving y'all that way I can keep with my map so I can see where y'all are at. Y'all are still in the river. There's no way for me to move y'all to see this great thing because then it moves y'all back into the dungeon part. So there don't appear to be any traps. However, this grate is set inside of worked stone. Roll a perception check, because there's dim light coming from up there.
30.
Right. I'm going to bring you up into the dungeon level so that you can see what you're seeing up through the grate.
Yeah, sure.
Familiar looking head. A familiar looking crystal door.
This makes sense. Okay.
So, now I'll put you back down at the river. The river continues going down south some more. It's blocked by the dungeon aspect of the map.
This grate, it leads us back literally to the entrance where the shadow demon is, where the crystal door is. There is a grate, and it pulls us out there.
If this water keeps going south, it comes from somewhere, so it could lead to the outside. But I have to look at the puzzle cubes again. Yeah, fuck that, that's not worth it.
I think that if we end up outside of this tomb, it becomes a pretty big hassle to get back in.
We want to beat this death curse, and you and me, Soundfire, we want to find every secret there is. I mean, look, yeah, saving Chult, fine, but archaeological secrets, even better.
But it's good that we know way out.
Yeah.
Oh, this way, I would suggest just going up through the grate, because this way we don't have to see if we have to perform impromptu teeth removal on a skull.
Da. But how from here we get to we climb down, do we, or
so the grate's in the ceiling above us. We'll come through the grate and we'll basically literally end up on that first section, and then we can just walk down the stairs.
Yeah,
we'll be on the dungeon level.
Sure. So the way out is also the way into further. Yeah.
I don't know if you were here when we were doing the update, but the big hole with the waterfall in goes down to a fifth unexplored floor that we have never seen, and we decided that was a bit much, and we're going to go back into the tomb proper.
Rob's like, fuck all this nonsense. No.
So, just because maybe I haven't explained it properly, this grate doesn't. It's you're in the river, right? And there's like natural cave, right? Then there's the grate, and then there's worked stone set on top of it.
Oh, so there's no way through.
Like, you'd either have to chip some stone or cut a grate, or... It's not something you can just push up.
Well, that complicates things slightly. Do we want to just follow the river a little more? See if there is actually a way out?
I think
Because I don't, like, OC, I don't know if any of us have the tools to chip, like, mason levels worth of, like, I know you've got your archaeological
no,
bits.
I don't know. I
So-
can't. I don't have time. I want to just proffer that someone whacks Baylor on their shoulders and Baylor tries to like lift an entire floor tile with his brute strength first before we do anything. Seems unlikely, but we might as well try it. You know.
Is there a... Sorry, Kirk. So there is a, like, even if it's really small, a gap.
Yeah, it's great.
I think she, like, yeah. So we
I
can
could
push
put
up
him
on the
off
floor
that.
tile, potentially above it. We have some leverage.
Yeah. So it just to confirm, water, us, great, stonework.
Yeah.
Directly above.
All right.
Cool.
So basically, imagine it like this, right? There's bedrock, and there's a river running through the bedrock.
Yep.
Now, you cut a hole in the top of the bedrock,
Mm-hmm.
set a grate on there so that it doesn't fall through the hole, and then mount stonework on top of that grate so that the grate's still visible, but it doesn't have ledges.
It kind of like sinks into it, if that makes sense. That you can't.
Mhm.
It's like it's not. I know it's not plastered in, but it's like it's plastered in.
Yeah,
Effectively.
basically the stonework is laid on top of the grate.
I think we should try brute force the grate free first before we try anything else because we have Baylor's big sexy muscles.
Can we bend bars, perhaps?
No.
That
If we
doesn't-
cannot lift great,
Perhaps
we
you
it's-
can. You're
it's-
very strong.
It's a water. Okay,
I
so
am.
it's a water drainage grate. So even if you were able to bend them, you wouldn't be able to bend them far enough to fit a person through.
What about a halfling? No, I'm being a little shit. I know what you're trying to say, Kirk. Can I please request that you try push it all, just put brute force it so it smashes the stone above, Rob?
Da.
Thank you.
All right.
That's very nice of you.
So it will take a bit because y'all are going to have to basically lift Baylor up for Baylor to
You do a
push
little
this thing.
cheerleading formation.
Yeah, we do. Like
Right.
yeah. I
So
love that.
so go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Can we say because Sandfire is shorter than the rest of us, Sandfire's playing like a sick like beat to be like amp us all up?
Oh,
20 minutes.
It literally doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't. It literally doesn't.
I mean, I can still fail, but still. That's
Yeah, it
20.
literally doesn't get better than that.
That roll 20 dice was very precarious when it rolled. It was like 220. Ooh.
So, yes, I do not do auto passes on net 20s for skill checks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. That's fair. That makes
Live
sense.
by the rule, die by the rule.
I will say
Hmm.
that you push on this thing, and you push, and your compatriots are kind of breaking under the force of, because they're having to hold you up. Like
He's
you
too
are
muscular.
literally not tall enough. You're literally not tall enough to reach this thing and apply force, so they're having to hold you up, and so you're pushing against it, and you can feel some movement. But as you start to get that movement pushing up, it's also creating downforce on your companions. And so I'm going to...
Can I slither in? I know there's a 28 on the screen. It sounds like this 28 isn't 100% successful, but Samfire is playing music, and I'm wondering if Neve maybe wants to do a bardic inspiration. And I don't know if that's allowed now. But Neve was saying something and we all got overexcited, and I don't want to cut Neve off.
Fine, don't worry about it.
What were you
Like
gonna say?
the rolls happen now, so
What were you going to do?
I was going to either cast do Bardic or I was going to cast Polymorph, push Rob through the grate to like make him like a tiny, like minuscule creature through the grate, so he could just stomp the shit out the top of it, because that's easier than pushing.
I think from what Kirk was saying is that there's holes in the grate, Neve, but it's got there's a mortar in the side of the floor tiles, so there'd be nowhere to go through the masonry, even if you could get him through the grate.
But I don't get is how you can see through the grate there.
Yeah. Okay. So if you polymorphed him into a tiny thing
Like a
like a
beetle
bug
or
or
something.
whatever, yeah, he could get through there. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Is
But
if I poly,
I don't like. He wouldn't. He wouldn't be able to lift the grate up through the floor.
wasn't lift, it would be what he's doing now, which is breaking it, but do it from the top.
It would be harder for him because he'd be pushing against natural solid rock rather than worked stone.
True. I don't know.
I think the answer here is it's not gonna happen.
Unless Neve did decide to give Bardic.
I was happy to give Bardic as well, but the roll's happened now, so it's
fine, and it doesn't matter.
Not bad. Was I too eager on the roll?
It's fine. What I want is who would be the two most likely people to be holding Baylor up for him to do this?
Absolutely me. I'm 6'3" and I have a strength
Yeah.
score of 16.
I'm going to say it's 100% Zadie and Ilhak because Artem is small and not strong at all.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, I want each of you to roll me an athletics check.
Okay.
I'm trying to help and I'm like, I can see why I was the top of the pyramid now.
Oh. Oh.
Zadie, you skipping leg day. You skipping leg day.
Yeah, I'm an
This isn't even
archer.
leg day, this is
only
all
my
over
goddamn-
stress.
Bad.
Only arm day and back day for Zadie.
So, there are some pretty good rolls on this table. Neve, if you want to give up a Bardic slot, I will let Baylor roll the Bardic.
D10 Rob.
Okay.
32 then.
All right. So, you can hear the stone above this grate cracking and starting to give way. And you are almost sure that you're going to be able to push this through the worked stone above it when Z's knees buckle and you all tumble down into the water.
Fuck's sake.
It may or may not be able to be opened up again, but you are definitely sure that there is some progress made. Because it was given.
I nearly did it!
Danify just raises a hand and casts Eldritch Blast at the grate.
Okay, roll to hit.
Yes, Soundfire. Let's fucking go. How many beams do you get?
2. And it's
Fuck
cantrip,
yeah.
so I can just keep casting it.
Also, slight OC question. I can't remember if this has happened yet, but has Sandfire cast that gigantism thing on Baylor?
Oh, enlarge reduce.
No.
No. Okay, so he doesn't know about that. That's fine.
He's seen me do it to myself, though.
Seeing
He's
her
seen me
shrink
go
himself.
Okay.
You've never seen me enlarge a creature.
Right, okay.
So you fire these two blasts at this grate and it shakes and wobbles and bits of dust fling and fly. The grate lifts up some. Probably about 3 inches.
Soundfire,
It's
do that
definitely not
again!
held in place as much.
Do it again.
Yep.
Don't was rolling 2d10s, but fine.
So these hit the natural stonework, which is not quite as affected. All right. So
Sandfire does not want to be here. She does not like enclosed spaces. Ooh, fuck out.
So-
10 force damage.
All right, so y'all are determined to go through this grate.
Yes.
So,
Unreasonably so.
that's fine. I will say, like, Eldritch Blast makes some progress and all this stuff, but eventually y'all end up having to lift Baylor again, and with the damage that's been done, the stonework is cracked and everything else, and it takes y'all probably about half an hour, but y'all manage to actually push this grate through the flooring and opening up this drain, so now there's a hole up into the tomb above y'all.
Shall we give Artem a leg up first so that he can look around with his mad cat eyes, gang?
Sure.
In case there is a new threat for some reason.
Tell me what your
Alley-oop?
tabaxi eyes see, Artem.
Artem, what do your cat ears hear?
Oh, so you see nothing. Everybody else is going to end up following up.
Yay! I will go last because I'm tallest. Sorry, I just really like that I'm tallest. I've never been tallest before in a group.
All right. So, y'all all make your way up. This grate is no longer a grate. It's a hole down into the water if y'all are ever back up here again. Yep. So, y'all are back on the first floor.
Well, long walk. Let's get going.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is the objective now?
To walk all the way to the bottom floor, minimum.
Floor.
We've explored all of it? None of it? Kirk, hit me with that information.
Y'all have not been on the fourth floor. that
Yeah,
y'all are aware
right.
of.
We're exploring the fourth floor
You
now.
just
Let's
want
go.
the brace.
Oh, actually, sorry.
I want the braces, but my character is an archaeologist and wants to.
Kirk.
Yes.
Sorry. Can we go to the third floor and go to where we got the bracelets from
Mm-hmm.
and see if everything in that room's been reset?
Oh,
Because the bracelets may
nice
be
idea.
back in there still. Because he said
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that's yeah.
Mhm.
Well, what Artem will do, because Artem knew where Samvite's room, Artem will look just over the barrack, over the banister,
Mm-hmm.
and see if he can see them on the floor there. He doubts that they are there, though.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
This is all nice ideas, thanks, gang.
I'll give assistance. I'll kind of point vaguely.
I'm not good. Kirk's like, how do curses interact with undead dwarfs?
You see something on the floor that may or may not be bracers.
I think. Yeah, I'll like scooch myself over, like, literally just like scooch myself over the edge and just like kind of glide down the face with my claws to slow me. I'm just flavoring using my climb speed to get down there.
You could just go down the stairs.
I know, but
The rest of us
Yeah,
are
but
like
it's
running
fucking-
down the stairs.
Yeah,
as
but
you're,
it's
like,
cooler to do
skidding
the
down
fucking-
wall.
Okay.
it's funny to do the fucking Aragorn like.
I mean, so okay. So
Let
let
him
me
have his
remind
moment.
you what's going on here at the third floor. You got the balcony, right? That has the central stairs.
Yep.
And then there's the fourth floor down below you, which has the four pillars with the four-armed gargoyles on top of them.
Mm.
If you want to climb over the balcony and use your climb speed to kind of do the drop-down thing, you might be really close to those four-armed gargoyles.
Whoa.
But
Do it
if you want to
anyway.
do that, I'm okay with it.
As you begin to do it, Z's like, yeah, do it. That looks so fun.
Let me just move y'all to the third floor map.
If y'all haven't figured out my curse yet, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, you saying curse, you've just reminded me of mine, and it's probably too much of a risk to do it. So I'll have to do the boring one and go down the stairs.
I love how opposed our two curses are. It's actually low-key very fun for me.
Yeah, but I want your curse because that's like Artem. To just be like, okay, let's go.
Is there something I can do about the curses, or do they count as the possession things?
Yeah, they do, but mine's not actually detrimental particularly.
Mine I would personally like to keep, but I'm happy to RP that out if you want to RP it out.
Yeah, so yeah, because of
The,
my
the
curse, I
thing
walk
is,
in the
you were
morning way
insane in
and
the
stealth.
first place. Like, you didn't need the curse. As far as Ilhak is concerned, this is standard business.
Oh,
All right.
I just don't think it's archaeologically necessary to avoid every single trap in a cursed tomb.
All right. So y'all
Yeah?
pass beyond the third floor, which is the floor with all of the mold and everything, and go down the steps towards the fourth floor. So I'm going to move tokens.
Sorry, Kirk, I've been moving my token down the stairs. I'll move it back to the group. There we go.
Oh, it doesn't matter because I'm taking y'all tokens off of a whole nother layer.
Oh, no worries then.
I have copies of y'all tokens on pretty much every layer.
Nice.
I don't know what order y'all are going to want to be in, but all right. So now that I've moved your tokens down there, down the stairs, down the stairs, down the stairs, stairs, and finally move the players. Okay. So,
I'm sorry. Dougal was mad that I put my duvet back. He looked at me disgruntled and went, "Wow." Rude.
How dare you?
How dare I put my duvet back on my bed? He's still looking at me. He's fucking pissed off. Sorry. He's such a little madam.
He's a very angry doogie.
Angry little dookie. He never bites or scratches. He's a very, very polite cat, unless he's like playing. But he bit at my thumb the other day because I was texting in bed rather than stroking him. And he came over and he like tried to bite my thumb, and I was like, "You the fuck? What the hell?"
What, bro? Pay attention to me.
He's actually just trying to make sure that you've got a good night's sleep and don't suffer from
You are, Tasha, you are completely right, because when I am on my computer past 2 a.m., he comes over and sits next to me and he hisses, and he never hisses and like stares at me with wide eyes until I go to bed.
Oh,
Like he
Dougal
forces
is
me
a
to have
good
a good sleep
influence.
pattern.
Well,
Yeah.
he's just making sure that you get your cat nap, you know, your 40 winks.
He's a good anti-depression cat.
Okay.
If I could clone him and send him to
So-
my friends, I would.
I've moved the dynamic lighting because it gets funky as shit here. Y'all are like still. Y'all are just coming down to the last floor, so technically, yeah. Y'all are like 10 feet up above the floor here, but the stairs go around basically the hallway, and then the actual part to go down the floor is across the room from y'all. Behind Ilhak is actually up a floor. But I just removed the dynamic lighting layer around here because it's funky. Yeah, there's a set of bracers over there on the floor.
Hi, because of the height, I am technically 40 feet away from them at least. So I can't mage hand them. But I probably could over there.
So I just want to give y'all the handout because y'all are now on level with where y'all see these things sitting on top of the 4 pillars.
Oh, they're so fucking cool! Sorry, I love Dungeons and Dragons, gang. I fucking love Dungeons and Dragons. What a great game.
Each of these pillars around this central area.
Fucking hate Dungeons and Dragons, gang.
Each has a different type of metal tile on the top of the pillar with one of these gargoyles standing inside of on top of the pillar. But that's where we're at. So, as you can see, you're climbing down the stairs. The hallway turns off to the left or continues walking around the balcony down, and there's also another way off to the left. So, yeah.
else
The-
got ahead, I guess.
Guy that turned into a part goat creature had a diary on him that
Yes, he did.
mentioned fighting with 4-armed gargoyle creatures.
Right.
I thought we didn't know that. Because
I think Prue kept the bit about. I think Prue kept the bit about like a suspected traitor or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
That
traitor
was-
bit.
I think that was the bit that you kept secret. I think you told us about the gargoyle, but not about suspecting somebody
yeah.
as a traitor.
Also, the hints so far, haven't they been like off to the side?
Yeah, I think the last one was like here-ish or something. but
As you
they'll be around here somewhere.
mentioned the diary and stuff, I will probably just be like, oh, what? I kept it part of it secret. Silly me. Why would I do that? And I'll let you all read it. There's no point keeping this secret now, and it is in line with my curse anyway. So you can have all the information. Don't worry about it, guys.
It's fine. We're aware people are possessed now, so
I don't
that will
particularly
find a resolution eventually.
I don't particularly want to set these things off. Do you want me to go and see if I can retrieve the braces?
I can do it from a distance.
Duh.
So I'm not sure where on this map this plaque is supposed to be, but there should be one here. It just didn't illustrate it on this map. So I'm going to say it's, like most of these, kind of right when you come in. I'll say it's right up against this wall. And
I'm gonna draw it, Kirk.
there's your fourth
Nest,
plaque.
fire, dine or drown, precious air and falling sand. The army sleeps in silence, the mirror hold 12. Find the iron scepter's twin, the maze holds the key.
Well, it's gonna be one of those sick ass traps where a room fills with sand and we drown in it, which I'm excited to find on an out of character level, and on an in character level, I'm fucked off.
I'm honestly more scary about. I'm honestly more scared about death to fire, dine or drown.
Death to Fire's fun.
Oh, you say that. Does that mean that something's going to try and eat us?
Or does it mean we have to eat, or a room fills with water? Because I'm very happy to have a snack to save myself from drowning.
That would explain the water grate and the straight down into the water.
Right. Well, seeing as how, we have a time limit tonight, you'll have an entire week to contemplate this clue.
Also, you gave us the plaque, but I think Neve was going to cast a mage hand. I was
You got
I
the
can't
braces.
from here. I'm 40 feet away.
Oh,
Well, I mean, we can-
I get you.
We can like rejiggle ourselves there, can't we?
If you move where I am, you're 30 feet away.
It's the
Right.
height thing, but yes.
Oh, it's the height thing.
Yeah, because y'all are still technically 10 feet above the floor.
And no one, and we're not here to do trigonometry together.
Maths, fuck
It'll be
that.
fine.
Yeah, can we fucking
Solve
not?
for X.
Yeah. Basically,
Well,
right
I'm having to
around
do my own taxes.
there
Rob's
is
fucking
where-
face.
All I'm saying is I got a Bachelor of Arts for a reason.
Innit? Like,
Well, I do have a master's in STEM, so if you need anybody to do triangles, I can
I've
do a
never
fucking
been
triangle.
so turned off in my life. Let's do maths. No, my penis has gone straight back inside me.
Oh,
I just
good. I mean,
realized
that wasn't my
that-
intention, Rob.
the internet has no idea what we're talking about because I didn't move them to the map. So I'm going to let them go see the map real quick. Whole new level.
Sorry,
I want to
Kirk.
just give a shout out to the true stammer in the chat, who I know has a physics degree. Me and you, homie. We got this.
Fucking nerd.
And then,
I love you. Please stay.
On that note, we're going to end tonight's session. Y'all are going to have an entire week to figure out how y'all want to proceed.
Yay!
And yeah, so let's do some of the outros.
Boom.
Burrito, how'd you enjoy the session? And
I
all that
enjoyed
stuff?
myself. It was just very investigative. We actually got quite a variety of things we were doing. There was some actual speaking RP, there was some puzzle solving, there was some investigation, there was some fighting, though very short-lived fighting. So I think we got a real variety session today. You can find me sometimes playing Sea of Thieves with Rob and Josh. Otherwise, I'm here and nowhere else.
Wow, just no Kirk involved there.
No,
Wow.
I got kicked off the crew. That's all right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't live stream it. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Just give me shit.
That's fine. You're allowed to give me shit. That's your job as GM, I think. That's it for me.
All right. Neve.
I'm Neve. I actually got debarred today, which was nice. Quite rare to do in a fucking Doom. You can find me on the Discord. You can find me here. I run a company called Gorilla Productions where I make Stinger videos. I'm making Stinger videos at the moment for Roll for Good Halloween Hijinks, which is the 31st of October. Which me, Prue, and Josh are all involved in, and they can tell you a lot more because they're more competent than me.
Well, I don't know if we're more competent. We just have a lot more information in our minds.
Hosted by the Undead Gamer.
Oh, also, sorry, fun fact, I just went onto a trigonometry calculator, and technically I am 31 foot away from the braces.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared, baby.
Neve.
So,
Artem
1
just
foot.
dangles you off by your fucking little ankles.
No, Rob, it literally is you plug in a number and another number, and it tells you the other number. That's all I've done.
Don't care.
Did you take into account that you're shorter than all of us?
Okay, you're 30.5 feet away.
Can you
Oh, you're hurting my
swing it?
This fucking talk of maths is actually hurting my brain. Can you not?
So if we want to start getting technical, I mean, based on the elevation and the fact that your staircase is only just now coming
If the
off
griffin
of the fourth
leaves
floor,
Omu
you're
at
actually
10:45,
19.5
Is
feet
that an
away
African or a
from the
European
floor,
griffin?
and then you're an additional 30 thing from there, so you're technically
35
still
foot,
within
0.78.
40 foot.
Real
I
math
don't
question
care.
though: how big is a halfling's penis?
Bigger than
Bigger
yours.
than you can handle.
Yes, Nate!
Don't doubt it.
Anyway, can we do some outros and be done with this
I will
bullshit?
hop on the next outro if you want, Kurt. Get things back on track. Hi, I'm Prue. I'm known as Proopy Pants everywhere on the internet. You can find me on a lot of social medias under Proopy Pants. I talk about tabletop role-playing games. I sometimes design things. I sometimes edit things. I do a lot of social media and community organization, so come check me out. And the reason I bring up the community organization is because I have a UK and European TTRPG server if you're interested in hopping in and chatting about tabletop games with people from that part of the world. Cool. Guess what? We made Roll for Good off the back of that server. Roll for Good are a charitable group of Europeans trying to raise money for charity by live streaming tabletop games, including Dungeons and Dragons. We have an event coming up on the 31st of October. If you want to GM or be an MC for that event, you have 2 hours left to submit your application. So go ahead. We will have player applications out for that relatively soon. Follow us on socials to find out. But it's all community organized. If you want to get involved on the volunteering side and help us run the weekend, do get in touch. And we hope to see you there. We'll be raising money for Mind, the mental health charity. Because, 2020 was shit for everybody's brains, huh? Roll for Good is the big thing I want to plug. If you do take anything away from that very quick wall of text I just said with my mouth, Roll for Good. Take that away. Take it, run with it, follow us, donate if you can. Love you.
Cool. Josh?
Hey, I'm Josh, Singularity Josh, everywhere else on the internet that you care to find me. I had fun tonight, thanks, Kirk. If you want to find me anywhere on the internet, at Singularity Josh. I'm also kicking around Roll for Good. Me and Prue are attached at the hip for the next 10 days or something stupid, basically, with all that Roll for Good shenanigans.
I'm so glad we met and that we're friends now and I get to hang out with you every single day feeling stressed and sad.
Yeah, for sure. But there's nobody that I'd rather organise community events with than my good friends here that get involved with Roll for Good and promote it and do all the good stuff. So yeah, come hang out at Roll for Good. We're fun. And otherwise you can find me wherever Rob is. So that's setting Rob up to plug because I always end up with Rob on Rob's channels doing things with Rob. So
Yeah. I mean, so much so that we actually did the plug for him, even though he wasn't here last week. So
We did.
Did y'all? Come on.
I did. Yeah, I did the
Bless
plug.
you.
I did the Twitch. I did the Twitter. I did the podcast.
Yo.
Meanwhile, Kirk had you grappling clay golems and just doing hot
I
boy
mean, I'm
muscle
telling you,
shit.
it's like you weren't even not here.
I might as well just have my Friday evenings back to myself.
What
Nah,
we're
we
saying
honestly,
is
about
you're here in
90%.
surplus.
Do you, outro?
Rob wasn't here. You can tell Rob wasn't here because there was about 90% less dick jokes than there probably should have
That
been.
is
But
accurate.
other than that,
What
like
are you
you
trying
know,
to say?
you did
I
all
never
the
talk about
cool
penise.
Baylor stuff. We did all your plugs for you last week, so
Also,
Rob.
it is sad when Rob is missing because I can't hear Neve's amazing comebacks to Rob's bullshit, which I've slowly grown. Have grown a little space in my heart.
Neve's always on point. Always on point.
I used to be until January this year, and then it's all inward. I shouldn't have made that joke.
fucking hell, Neve. I
Hey,
fucking
Rob,
love
Right,
you.
Neve won the game. Neve
How
won the
about you
game.
close us out,
That's it.
Rob, with your
We're done.
outro?
We're done. Right. Fuck me. So y'all, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at the Undead Gamer, Twitch at the Undead Gamer, game without the E, some edgelord like that. We stream things, hopefully. I've been so fucking lazy this week. But next week we've got podcast, we've got Sea of Thieves, it's a new season. And it's also October, so maybe I should play something spoopy. I don't know. We'll work it out.
Do it.
Hell yeah. We should definitely play some Phasmo for a start. But yeah, I should do something.
I'm
something
saying
spoopy.
you should do it. I don't want to be involved.
Too late. You've already volunteered. So yeah, that's that. Podcast, Undead Gaming Cast. You can find that on Spotify and all good podcasting places. We talk about video games and stuff. What else do I do? I don't know. Anyway, it's finally Cocktober, y'all. So boo. Sorry. Did I skip? No, I'm not doing that whole again. Right, so yeah, thank you. Kirk, great game. Love you. Bye.
Yep. And I'm Kirk, Kilted Cajun. If you really want to find me on Twitter, I'm at Kilted Cajun. Otherwise, you can find me here on Friday running Tomb of Annihilation for these people. We will be back next week. We will not be here the following week because I will be celebrating my 10-year anniversary. When we finish Tomb of Annihilation, the channel will be shut down because I don't have the energy for this shit anymore. I'll still be playing D&D with these lovely people. I just won't be streaming. So yeah, that's the news from this channel. Have a good night, good weekend, good week. We love you. Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Ciao, Bellas.